Yeah, it just don't make a lick of sense. Like it would no, like if there was something like a firebomb or something, like no, it would totally make sense. But there isn't. So I don't know what to do.
It's a stream.
What?
What runs with no legs? I know what they said it's a nose, but it's also a stream. You know,
Freya,
that's my
something I've
fault.
always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit
Just
to
wasn't good for
involve
the
me in a
economy, I guess. I
wager
don't know.
without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise,
His name was Hrimthur.
he just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day
Why do
he'd
I
burn
keep
for it.
doing that?
I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in
let's
a
get the way
structural
up to,
flaw behind the Asgard realm tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do.
Oh.
And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall,
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
this crest belonged to Odin. A peace offering from my people, and a waste of good work.
I found my way. Also, there are indeed treasure maps in this game as well.
I found one of those.
Great. Maybe you can break the chain from here as well, no? The gate's open. We can head back and get inside.
Yeah, we can. After we do this fight that I'm definitely not going to want to do. It's a realm tear. They're back, Mark.
Lovely.
Oh, man.
Behind you!
Sorry. God damn it.
Oh, I felt that one.
Why would I choose a favorite?
Okay. Move. Oh my gosh. Side quests, so many side quests. I still didn't find that one thing. Like, it's just not there. Motherfucker.
Incoming! Above you!
Why didn't y'all just attack earlier? No.
Pecker drips. Brock has quite the way with words.
Jewel of Idrisil. Okay. Okay. We can move on now. God bless it. James.
You keep bringing him up.
Yeah. Well, he's out there not being unhelpful to me and my ilk. Well, you know what? That's all well and good. I won. I didn't die.
You know, that there's apparently unique death animations depending on what you get killed by.
That makes sense.
Because the dog things rip your throat out.
Turns out you can't, how do you get, hold on. There we go. There's gotta be a way to get to the map. You can't hurt the animals. Like, animals that don't hurt you can't be targeted.
Despite his actions in Midgard, Atreus does still care for you.
When you're Atreus, if you actually start trying to aim at something else,
It may be hard to
and then
believe,
put the
but
cursor over
he
like
was
one of the
quite
animals
similar
there
to
that do not
Atreus
hurt
at this
you,
age.
he will not
He
fire his
adored
bow.
his father. Always wanted to do
Like it
right
treats
by
it like
him,
you're still holding the
and was
bow.
constantly frustrated that no matter what he did, he never could seem to get his approval. He confided in me a lot, sought the comfort his father withheld. I wonder if your son could benefit from that too.
He has befriended the other dwarf. The blue one's brother.
Oh, well, if Sindri has that covered, I suppose there's no need for me in his life anymore, is there?
That is not what I meant.
That was sarcasm.
That's just what it is. I don't know where that. Like, I don't like. It just ain't there.
Could it be one of those things like because you haven't updated your game?
Mark, I don't fucking know.
Oh.
I just know that like it's one of the Nornir chests. And
Yeah, it's one. I know you can't find one in the
Before you
ruins.
see the lad
Yeah.
again, might
I've
we
been-
discuss
it
I've
just
been
ain't
moved.
ain't
Tell me
there.
where he has been.
Like it ain't me. The game's
That
broken.
is my approach.
Ah, classic Spartan diplomacy.
Wait.
That is my
Did
final
you say
take on it.
Odin invited him to Asgard and then he disappeared for 2 days?
Aye, but surely the lad's got more sense than to...
Don't underestimate Odin's powers of persuasion. He filled my son's head with lies. Why wouldn't he do the same with yours?
And you tell that one-eyed nutsucker he owes me one.
Thank thee now and eternally.
Well, looky there. Glad you can make the trip, your goddessness. I put your sigil magic on the young turd's bow. But then he and Sindri got into it over something. I don't right...
Atreus,
Well, come on, then. Hey, Tyr! Wake up! You got company. Now, why don't you just make yourself at home in Sindri's so-called study over yonder?
You're sure he won't mind?
Mine? You'll be thrilled. Joint's getting classier by the day.
You better screw his head back on, and I mean tightly. So you're back.
are you ready to answer me?
About what?
Where did you go? Who did you see? Was it Odin?
What? Is that what you think?
Do you deny it? Answer me! Did you go to Asgard?
No! Of course not! But so what if I did? It's my future, it's my life.
You are my son.
Then why don't you trust me?
If you want me to trust you, then tell me the truth.
The truth is you're being a complete asshole.
Laddie, you know that's no way to change a man's mind.
He doesn't have any faith in me. It's fine if he keeps secrets. It's fine if Mom did.
It is not fine.
Listening to
Your
Brock
secrets want to be stuck
suffer.
with this path.
Oh, okay.
Does
So you don't
not
believe in
bring
her
me
anymore either?
This is not about
pleasure.
your mother. What you have done is lie.
Wonder where I learned that.
That's quite enough.
Since when do you always take his side?
Since he became the one making sense.
Look, I was only thinking about going to Odin. But I swear it's for a good reason.
There is no good reason to go to Odin.
He'll only cloud your mind.
But I'd be going for us. I gotta stop something bad from happening.
Something bad did happen. Look at me, at Freya, at Tyr. Odin did this to us.
What's got everyone caterwauling all of a sudden?
Atreus wants to go to Asgard.
Asgard? Get kicked in the head or something?
Great. I guess everybody's against me now.
You must choose who you are going to be. Are you going to continue to lie and keep things from me? Or are you my son?
Choose? I never get to choose. Just leave me alone.
Listen.
Let go of me!
Listen!
I said let go!
What the fuck?
Atreus! It's Sindri.
Yeah, that's the right
Trying
response.
to keep control!
Come on! Why?
Great.
Oh, fucking course. Like we just.
Lots of Hellwalkers! Definitely in Midgard! Keep it coming! You're just helping me stay warm. Gotta find some shelter.
Oh. It is what it is, y'all. Like, I understand that he's a teenager or a tween or whatever the fuck. So his, like, the way he's acting, I'm not shocked by it. Which is why, like, I'm not responding. Ah.
These things! When did it get so bad out here? Yep. Home sweet home.
But he bugging. You can say at the very least, you can say for sure this asshole is bugging. But he's a teenager, man. They are incredibly stupid. Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever
At least
like
something out here doesn't want to kill me.
felt something? Have you ever had a crush on somebody that you had no way of like approaching?
Yeah.
What did you do? Nothing?
At the time, yeah, nothing.
Just need
It's a weird sensation.
A little bit, yeah.
Then
Because like
figure out where to go next.
I feel like the wildest part about like being the wildest part about being an adult or being a human, and what the fuck is that?
That doesn't look good. What is this thing? Some kind of white?
Oh. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't attack it.
What is it you want?
Dodging means nothing. I heard what it said.
I just watched the axe fall to the ground after I died.
Oh. So the thing I was trying to say.
You trying to tell me something?
The thing I was trying to say was like the idea of it. There's a lot of factors in like approaching somebody. You know what I mean?
First, he thinks I've been to Asgard. Then lying.
You are lying. So like, let's say you see a,
To save your life.
let's say you see a person, male, female, whatever, right? And you're like, oh man, they're attractive. There's a lot of like factors that kind of like get in the way of approaching them. Like nothing's stopping you from going like, hey, what's up? You're cute.
Gotta get out of the cold.
Like nothing at all is stopping you from doing that. But like I tend to forget that gay is an option. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like you're gonna like me. Let's say there's like a chick that I'm like, oh yeah, she's cute. Like she can be gay. Like that's a choice. Like that's what's not a choice, but it's an option. Like meaning, Meaning
Someone
like
who might turn down your advance
Yeah.
because they're gay, not because they don't want to.
Yeah, not because like,
necessarily.
they don't want to, but like it's not you specifically, it's you in general.
Mhm.
Whereas like,
Jeez.
and then like somebody could just genuinely be in a relationship, but you have no real way of knowing that. And like the biggest like conundrum with it all is like being afraid to like have to eat shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I feel like that's like the reason like a lot of people will confide in a friend that they like, oh yeah, like there's this girl that I like, or there's this boy and I like him. And it's like, well, why don't you just talk to them? It's like, because if I do and they're like, I'm not interested, I'll look like a plum right ass. And that's like the thing that you don't want the most. It's like, it's the reason most people don't try anything in general. Like I feel like if you can take a person and you can, it's the reason I haven't gotten into voice acting yet, or why I haven't like submitted any auditions for like voice work, because failure is always an option, and it'll suck if you fail.
And for some people, it's better to know. It's better to have the cat in the box and not know if it's dead or alive.
Yeah. Schrodinger's cat, he refers to.
Yeah.
But
yes.
But yeah. And with that being said, it's like it's a lot different when it comes to like laws of attraction, because I can say this like for certain. I live in the real world. Like I live in the real world. It's where we understand like attraction is based on, you know, a lot of things. Ow. Meaning somebody who finds themselves unattractive might be what you're into. And somebody who is like, you know, I don't, you know, maybe they do find themselves attractive, but overall they're like not, for reasons. Motherfuck you. I fucking blocked that shit, you cunt. Bitch ass motherfucker. I blocked it, Mark.
He blocked it. Y'all saw it.
They did. It's being recorded. But yeah, with that being said, there is this, I didn't tell you about the white girl at dialysis. I didn't tell you about the white girl. The white girl is more of a haha story than anything else. And I haven't talked about her in, are you fucking serious? Like, I haven't talked about her in a video yet, and I really want to. And I'll have to like make sure that everything I say is flattering, because I'm not 100% sure. Like I don't think anybody that goes to the clinic, like of all the people that are there, of all like the staff that's there, most of them know my name. I'm very curious as to like what they think of me. Like I wonder if they consider me to be what's that word? Antisocial? Because when I'm there, I don't talk to anybody. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if you're like, well, what is dialysis like? It is, it's a car ride. If you genuinely want to know, it's a car ride. It's like you don't do anything. You sit in one spot for 4 hours, and that's it. Like you aren't necessarily near people, so like you can have a conversation, I would say, like with the person next to you, with the person in the chair directly across, like next to you, like to your left or your right, or in my case my left, because of where I sit there is no right, or scratch that, reverse it. But like you couldn't have a conversation with somebody from like across the room, because it's a really big open area, and you basically be yelling, and you know that'd be fucking annoying. What am I doing? Get out of here.
And then what? We're Where could I go?
And yeah, that's just kind of it. There's nothing else to do. It's like once you get there, you're just kind of there. You sit. But you think you can remember to ask me about the white girl at dialysis?
Where Father ends up
Next,
dead.
like either tomorrow or
locked
like
up at
Saturday or
home.
whenever we play again.
There's nothing I can do to stop it.
Okay.
I guess
But there's
in
this black
Asgard,
girl who works there,
could at least keep
and
an
I
eye on
don't.
Odin.
Up until today, I didn't
He's
even
fine.
know her fucking name.
Find out
But
his
she's
plan.
the only
Get control of this.
she's the only technician. Like, well, of all the people that I've seen working there, like there's 2 black girls who work there, and the black girl in question, I think she started working there like around the time I
Who am I kidding?
started going.
I can't go to Asgard.
And I find her interesting. I find her interesting because I don't know a goddamn thing about her. It's like the unknown is always really fascinating.
Wait,
And like
are
that's
those
it.
red leaves? Freya's house.
Like yeah, I find her. The whole like gist of this is you can't. You know
Charlie?
you can't. Damn.
Charlie. Please. Please. Charlie.
We wouldn't dare.
Hey, big guy. I'm here now. Don't you worry. I need to get you warm. You're gonna have to stand to let me into that house. Think you can do that? Come on, Charlie. You have to do this. I can't help if you don't. Emily! Emily! Good. Good boy. What a mess.
I guess that's better than nothing.
I know, buddy. I know. It's cold in here. Freya hasn't been checking on you? Right. Too busy hunting us down. Come on. Let's get you warmed up. Should be able to make a fire from all this mess. Wow. It's beautiful. Never seen anything like this around here before. From her home in Vanaheim? She must have really missed it. I can't believe she never came back to check on her house. To check on you. That's not an excuse.
I really need to get that.
Well, that happened.
You're welcome.
Because that would help a lot. I unfortunately do not have the money for it.
Where do I go now? I can't stay. I just can't let my dad die too.
Either.
There's gotta be something I can do.
Also, you can just make those now.
It's okay, buddy. I think he's here for me. I'll be okay. I think.
What if there was a split path toward the end of the game?
Okay,
Where you...
I'm ready. Take me to him.
Fuck me.
Should have learned to swim before Midgard froze over.
Oh my, well, you know what? That's it, y'all. That's it for the night. Oh. Like, I know I'm gonna have to like backtrack to a bunch of those past locations. But the fact that I couldn't find that one fucking that rune seal is really bugging me. Is it a glitch? Or is it a feature? I don't know.
You be the judge.
But yeah, I want to like end this off by saying like, yeah, it's like, it's how would I put it? I think it's really like the fact that like I don't see a lot of people, and so like I kind of like met this girl. I didn't meet her, but like, you know what I mean? Like I've spoken to her. That's about it. And it's like it still has it's never been like it's kind of like imagine going to a doctor, which is effectively is what this is, and like the nurse is like cute, and you want to like ask her out, but you're like in there because something is wrong with you, and like we as people tend to like value we tend to like judge our own value, right? And then we'll only allow ourselves to approach people that we feel are in that price range, you know, to coin a phrase. So like, you take me, I can't approach her because like to clarify, like Mark, you know what my type is, right? Like you know what kind of woman like I like physically I'm attracted to, right? She ain't that. Like
strange.
At all. Like she's and I'm guessing at her age here, she's probably like 25, 26. I could be fucking wrong. I don't know. I haven't asked her. Up until today, I didn't even know her fucking name. I found her interesting because she was relatively young, and like and she's black. All the other women who will work as techs and all the other nurses are older white women. Not to say old white women, just older. Like let's say 45 and up. You feel me? And here she is, like just like the youngest person that I've seen like at this place. Like she works there, and she's black, and I kind of want to talk to her. Like I want to talk to her because the biggest question I have, like the most pressing question I have, is how the fuck did you get here? You feel what I'm saying? Like if you like went to like a proctologist and like it was a female and she was just fine. Like, you know, like big titties and like a pretty face, and her job is putting her finger in people's asses all day, would you not be like, how the fuck did you get here? Like, how did you, looking like that, decide I'm gonna stick my finger in people's asses for a living? How did you make it here? You get what I'm saying? Like
you just find. I mean, they could just find. I mean, okay. Like I understand. Like
what I'm saying is illogical, because like
no, I understand like where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do they have a fetish that they just happen to get on this track and they're like, I'm really interested by the the health of this particular part of the body.
Yeah, because it's not because the problem is like we associate attractiveness, we associate general attractiveness with your lot in life. So like if you're attractive, you're supposed to do things that use your attractiveness. Just like most people assume like if you're cute or if you're like all the way hot, you're probably dumb. And most motherfuckers assume that like ugly people are either really smart or, you know, also really fucking dumb. But on average, like mildly under, like, you know, like people like me and you, they would assume that me and you are like, I hate that this is actually true. We're either good at video games or we're good with computers. We're nerds. We are nerds. Like 100%.
Yes.
We are both nerds. And we are both fat and generally unattractive. Generally. Meaning like, not to say that like nobody can find us attractive. Because my favorite thing about like the thing that I've experienced in the past couple of months is I've had several people ask me if I have kids or if I was married. And like I can't help but think like, wow, I appreciate that. And I realize like a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's me. My experiences in life say that no, that's not my lot. Like I have to try way harder than the average person to like get there. And the answer is yeah, I kind of do. But also, no, not really. Because there are plenty of people in situations like there are other me's out there who are where I would like to be. And like the odds are they're a lot more approachable because they're a little bit dumber and the average person is kind of fucking stupid. But also like they probably weren't afraid to like take the first step, or they also weren't afraid, like they didn't see their value like that. They considered themselves, you know, on par, whereas I don't. And I've also learned that like just because, you know, getting along with somebody isn't necessarily the key. It's being able to like have like a rapport with that person, because being like, you know what I'm saying, being able to sit down and have a conversation, that's the hard part. But yeah, like I wouldn't necessarily say I have a crush on her. I just find her interesting. Like that's about it. I've not like spoken to her or anything like that. Like she's cute. Like she's incredibly, like she's thin. She's cute. Like I don't know how else to put it. Like not like if you saw her you'd be like, damn. It's just like, oh no, she's cute. Like yeah, it's like that. She's a touch goofy. Like a part of me is like feels like she could probably teach me shit, but at the same time I feel like I would like run the majority of the like the intellectual conversations, and I'm fucking dumb. It's like I am stupid. So there's that. But with that being said, like I'm not gonna speak to her. Like I've talked to her, but I haven't like had like a conversation. Like first off, she's at work. You know, motherfucker ain't got time. Like you know, they're kind of like doing stuff. But I've also never like.
It's not really time for pleasantries.
Yeah, I've never like gone out of my way to be like, because effectively I could just be like, yo, this is weird, but this might sound weird, but how much more weird would it be in any other situation? I find you kind of interesting, and I'd like to try to talk to you outside of this place. This is where we snap back to what I was saying earlier. In theory, that's nothing. It's like, yeah, you want to talk to me? Cool. We can like text or, you know, chat or later on down the line. Cool. Whatever. Like that means nothing. But if you get hit with the like, oh, like I'm gay, or oh, like I have a girlfriend or I have a boyfriend, or like I'm not interested. Like, first and foremost, I didn't say, let me put my tongue in your butt. What I said was, I find you interesting. I'd like to talk to you. Now, if you're just not interested in talking to me, that's fine. Well, understand that that's not what I said. But the way, like, the way, you know, male, female, or, like, these kind of things, romance, you know, this kind of thing works, is when people approach someone, the intent is usually for romance. It's rarely ever, hey, I'd like to get to know you. And, like, that could easily end just, you know, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better. And then you find out that she's like a Nazi sympathizer. And it's like, I don't fuck with you now. And that's cool. Like, that was the entire point of this, was I wanted to get to know you to see, like, should I like you? Because I think I might. But how can you know if you like somebody if you don't talk to them?
Yeah, because that's kind of the crux of the...
Yeah, but the whole issue of, like, having the nerve or the the being willing to just go, hey, what's going on? It's very difficult. Like for me, for sure. Like because I'm a fat dude. Like I am a fat guy. Like first off, like she know I got no money because I'm using fucking medical transportation. I don't even drive. So there's that. So she knows me more intimately than a lot of people do. On top of that, like I use oxygen, and my fucking kidneys are broken. None of these are reasons to not date anybody. I'll be 100% honest with you. None of these are reasons. The white girl, she has kids and is married. Like, I can't stress enough that like, there's nothing about anybody, on average. If you find yourself like if you value yourself lower than the average person, most likely you're wrong about how you feel about yourself. There's a good chance that you've approached people who have told you that you weren't valuable, but the reality is you were only not valuable to them. You remember old girl a couple years ago told me I was worthless?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun. I have never in my life been so okay with someone not liking me. As I was like, all right, man. Like, because I feel like that's the shittiest part. Like, to say stuff like that, it means that you value yourself so much that you think, based on your value alone, your opinion of someone else will make them feel bad about you, about themselves. Because you're the one saying it, they're going to be sad now. But, like, and I can definitely tell you, like, I've had people, like, try to, like, bring me down and it do nothing. Like, I don't fucking care what you think. And, like, it infuriates them to no end. It's like, but I'm better than you. Yeah, probably. To somebody. But as of right now, you're being a prick. And, your value is, like, kind of shifty. But, yeah. So, the black girl's name is Hannah. As, like, I didn't know what her name was today, and I was really curious about her name. And I ended up hearing it, like, 7 times. Like, in the span of an hour. Like, people just kept saying her goddamn name. And the only reason I am, like, bringing this up, well, not the only reason, because I want to talk about her, but I find it funny because I was like, I wonder what her name is. And I was convinced that her name would be something mildly ghetto. I did. I was like, it's going to be like, I kept, like, the name Cambria kept popping up in my head. And I was like, I bet you her name ends with like a Ia or a Rhea or something like that. I wasn't even close.
Gonorrhea.
I wasn't even fucking close. And I saw her today without her mask on, and she's not gonna see this. So I can say this, but obviously I don't mean this in a bad way. She has a big fucking nose. Like she has a big nose for her face. And I don't know if you know this about me, which you should. But if you don't, you're about to learn something. I tend to like find people with a distinctive facial feature attractive. Like it's the reason I like Rosario Dawson so much, because she has big fucking eyes and like a wide mouth. Like she has a very like specific facial, like her face is weird. Same with Sofia Vergara. Sofia Vergara has crazy eyes. Like her eyes are always way too goddamn open. But yeah, she's got a big fucking nose. And it's just funny. Yeah, she's stupid cute. Anyway, Mark, take us home.
But I don't know how to drive.
Y'all heard the man. Get out.